Now what we will study is nutrition in human beings. We are on the topic heterotrophic nutrition. As you know, what do you mean by heterotrophic nutrition? The organisms which are dependent on some other organisms for food, they are termed as heterotrophic nutrition. Now human beings is an heterotrophic nutrition. It depends on other organisms for their food, correct? So this is nutrition for human beings. Now this is the diagram for the nutrition in human beings. You need to remember this. जैसा का जैसा डायग्राम है, you need to draw this in your exam, correct? Now we obtain various materials such as carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals. We obtain various materials, correct? But there are some energy giving foods like carbohydrates, proteins and fats. They are the energy giving foods, and moreover they are the complex molecules. Now your body doesn't digest your complex molecules. This complex molecules has to be converted into the simple molecules. Now what is simple molecules? They are glucose, amino acids, fatty acid or glycerol. That means the simple form of carbohydrates is glucose, the simple form of protein is amino acids, while the simple form of fats are fatty acid or glycerol, correct? So what you need to convert is the complex molecules should be converted into your simple molecules, and that is converted in your digestion system, correct? Now for this you have some biocatalysts. They are termed as enzymes, which convert the complex molecules into simple molecules. For example, carbohydrate is converted into glucose by a special type of enzyme. In the same way, protein is converted into amino acids by again a special type of enzyme. Protein is a fats are converted into fatty acid and glycerol by a special type of enzyme, correct? Now let us talk about the digestion. So when you put your food into the mouth, the digestion starts from there. From the mouth the digestion starts. As you know, your mouth contains a gland that is called salivary gland. This salivary gland secretes two materials, that are saliva and amylase. Now what is the function of this saliva is to smooth your food, to smoothen your food. That is the function of this saliva, correct? Now what is the function of this amylase? Is a biocatalyst, that is your enzyme that converts your carbohydrates into glucose, that converts a complex molecule that is carbohydrates into glucose. So the enzyme which converts carbohydrate into glucose is nothing but your amylase. Now from the mouth this food enters into this esophagus. This esophagus regularly contracts. As a result, the food now enters from the esophagus. Via esophagus it enters into your stomach. Now your stomach contains, or the walls of the stomach contains a special gland that is called gastric gland. This gastric gland secretes three materials. They are hydrochloric acid, mucus, pepsin and enzyme, correct? So this gastric gland secretes three materials. They are hydrochloric acid, mucus and pepsin. Now what are the functions of this? What does this hydrochloric acid do? It converts this big food molecules into small food molecules. Moreover, it facilitates the pepsin enzyme. It facilitates the function of this pepsin enzyme, correct? Now what does this mucus do? Mucus prevents the harmful effect of this hydrochloric acid. As you know, sometimes our body creates so much of hydrochloric acid that you can have acidity, correct? Now to remove the acidity or to reduce this acidity, this mucus prevents the effect of this hydrochloric acid, correct? Now what does this pepsin do? Pepsin is an enzyme which converts this protein into amino acids, correct? So this is again one type of enzyme, special type of enzyme. Pepsin is an enzyme which converts protein into amino acids. Carbohydrates is converted into glucose by amylase. In the same way, protein is converted into amino acids via pepsin, correct? Now from this stomach, the food enters into the small intestine via muscle called sphincter muscle. From this stomach, the food enters into this small intestine via muscle called sphincter muscle, correct? Now as the food is in your small intestine, but for the food which is coming from the stomach is your acidic food, because it is coming with hydrochloric acid. So the food is acidic in medium, correct? So now the food enters into the small intestine. In small intestine, there are two organs. They are liver and pancreas. In small intestine there are two organs, that is liver and pancreas. You can see here liver and pancreas. They help the small intestine to digest all the materials, to convert all the complex molecules into simpler molecules, correct? Now let us talk about this. First of all, liver. What does this liver do? This liver secretes bile juice, and this bile juice is stored in this gallbladder. Then this bile is then put on into the small intestine with the help of this bile duct. This bile juice is put on into the small intestine, correct? Now what does this bile juice do? One function is of bile juice is to convert the big fat globules into small flat globules, and moreover it converts the acidic food that is coming from the stomach into your alkaline, that is your basic food, correct? So it has two functions. It is again one type of enzyme. Now your pancreas, this pancreas secretes pancreatic juice. This pancreatic juice consists of two types of enzymes, that is trypsin and lipase, correct? It consists of two types of enzyme, that is trypsin and lipase. Now trypsin pronounced like pepsin. So as pepsin converts this protein into amino acids, in the same way this trypsin converts protein into amino acids, correct? Now you have last enzyme, where that is your lipase. What does this lipase do? It converts our fats into fatty acid or glycerols, correct? So all the complex molecules are being converted into simple molecules. Once again, the carbohydrates is converted into glucose via enzyme called amylase. Proteins are converted into amino acids via two types of enzymes, that are pepsin and trypsin, and fats are converted into fatty acid and glycerol by lipase, correct? So all the simple molecules has been obtained, the complex molecules has been converted into simple molecules. Now these simple molecules travel into the walls of the small intestine, This walls consist of finger-like projections that are called villi. This walls of small intestine consist of finger-like projections that are called villi. Now this villi has finger-like projections, and as a result it facilitates in the surface area. So the surface area of this villi is more, and as a result it absorbs all the simple molecules, that is glucose, amino acids, fatty acid or glycerols. Now this villi is connected via blood vessels. Now this simple molecules are then transported to each and every part with the help of this blood vessels, correct? Now you have an organ that is called appendix, correct? Now what is this appendix? Appendix इस केस में क्या है? तो appendix is not, हम लोग अभी appendix यूज़ नहीं करते. Appendix is because of our evolution, कि ये हमारे ancestors में होते थे appendix, तो इसलिए हमको appendix हो चुका है, आता है, ठीक है, पर appendix का यूज़ नहीं है. पहले के लोग यूज़ करते थे, क्योंकि पहले के लोग जो है वो वेजिटेबल फूड्स या फिर ग्रीन वेजिटेबल्स या तो फिर ग्रास वगैरह ज़्यादा खाते थे, विच कंटेन्स सेल्यूलोस, जिसको डाइजेस्ट करने के लिए अपेंडिक्स यूज़ होता था. पर आज के टाइम में वी डोंट यूज़ अपेंडिक्स, करेक्ट? अभी आपने देखा भी होगा कि एनी ह्यूमन बीइंग इज गोइंग टू हैव एन अपेंडिक्स ऑपरेशन, तो अपेंडिक्स ऑपरेशन में कुछ करा नहीं जाता. वो क्या होता है कि अगर कोई जंक फूड ज़्यादा खा ले, इफ़ यू ईट सो मेनी जंक फूड, तो वो फूड कुछ यहाँ पे अपेंडिक्स में जाके स्टक हो जाता है, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस आपको प्रॉब्लम्स, आपको पेन होना स्टार्ट होता है. इन द ऑपरेशन कुछ होता नहीं है, जस्ट दिस अपेंडिक्स इज कट आउट एंड इट इज़ रिमूव्ड, करेक्ट? बिकॉज हमारे टाइम में दिस अपेंडिक्स वी डोंट यूज, करेक्ट ना? ओके, नाउ देर इज वन क्वेश्चन दैट कैन बी आस्क्ड फ्रॉम दिस न्यूट्रिशन. सो दैट इज कि व्हाई हर्बीवोरस एनिमल्स हैज़ अ लॉन्गर स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन कंपेयर टू कार्निवोरस एनिमल. मतलब ऐसा बोल रहा है कि हर्बीवोरस एनिमल्स के जो स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन होते हैं वो लॉन्गर होते हैं कंपेयर टू कार्निवोरस. क्यों? क्योंकि हर्बीवोरस एनिमल्स eat grass, they eat grass, and grass consists of cellulose. Now to digest cellulose, the herbivorous animals have long small intestine, while the carnivorous animal doesn't eat this grass, they eat meat, correct? As they eat meat, so they don't need to digest this cellulose, and as a result the small intestine of this carnivorous animals are small. So you need to remember कि herbivorous animals have longer small intestine, while carnivorous animal have smaller small intestine, correct? Now the food that is digested, that is converted into simple molecules, is transported to each and every part. Now the food which remains undigested, that food is then taken into this large intestine. From this large intestine, this food is taken out from the body, that is via anus, correct? Now the body removes this waste via anus. So this is all nutrition in human being. What you need to draw is, first of all, you need to draw the diagram. So keep in mind that you draw a diagram correctly, okay? Then you need to write all of these functions. Okay, you have to convert this complex molecules into simple molecules. If someone asked, okay, from where the digestion starts from your mouth, correct? One question that was asked in previous year exam is, okay, tell me the 5 enzymes which are used in nutrition. So what are the 5 enzymes? I will say once more, that is amylase is one type of enzyme, pepsin is other enzyme, bile juice is third enzyme, trypsin fourth, and lipase fifth, correct? So if I sum up all this process in a quick way, Then I will say, okay, first of all, the food enters into the mouth. The mouth consists of a salivary gland that secretes saliva and amylase. Saliva smoothens your food, while amylase converts carbohydrates into glucose. Now the food enters into the stomach via esophagus. In stomach you have gastric gland, which secretes three materials, that is hydrochloric acid, mucus, pepsin. Hydrochloric acid converts this big molecules of food into small molecules. Moreover, it facilitates the function of pepsin. Mucus prevents the harmful effect of hydrochloric acid. Pepsin converts protein into amino acids. Now from the stomach, the food enters into the small intestine from a sphincter muscle. In small intestine, liver and pancreas help. Liver gives bile juice, which is stored in gallbladder. With the help of bile duct, it gives bile juice to the small intestine, which is an enzyme which converts big fat globules into small fat globules. Moreover, it converts the acidic medium food into alkaline medium. Correct? Then this you have pancreas. Pancreas secrete pancreatic juice, which consists of two types of enzyme, that is trypsin and lipase. Trypsin converts protein into amino acids, while lipase converts fats into fatty acid or glycerol. Now these simple molecules are then sent into the walls of the small intestine, which has villi, which are finger-like projection. As they have finger-like projection, the surface area is more. They absorb simpler molecules. Then the simpler molecules is transferred into the other parts with the help of blood vessel. The remaining food is then taken into this large intestine, and from the large intestine the food is out of the body from the anus. The waste food is out from the body with the help of anus. Correct? So this is all about nutrition in human beings.